Anyone.
This one. Sticky one.
Come on, pick it up. Don't be afraid of it.
I made it right. Ugh.
Today, we have the important task of finally putting a fence around the garden so we can plant officially for the 2026 season. I'm really looking forward to it, y'all. We have the trellis up and ready, we have the 4 beds, we have all the plants, and let's get crack-a-lackin' so we can actually have some plants growing this year. So hang out, sit tight, and enjoy the process. I live in New Jersey, and the deer here do not care how much time, money, or emotional energy I have to put into this garden. So before I could really plant everything, I needed to start closing this area in. This is not meant to be some perfect luxury garden fence. This is very much a dad trying to build a garden before the plants outgrow their containers type of fence. The goal was simple: create a defined garden space. Give the plants a fighting chance, and hopefully keep the deer from treating this like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Once the fence started going up, this whole project finally felt different. It stopped feeling like a pile of lumber and bags of soil in the yard, and started feeling like an actual garden, a place of beauty and a place of inspiration. And that was good, because these plants were more than ready to get out of their solo cup containers. Maybe not. It's never that simple, is it? I have rabbits, and I have seen some posts online, like people put extra fence at the bottom.
Show me how to do it.
Show you how to do it?
I want to try that. It's a sticky one.
Anyone.
This one. Sticky.
Come on, pick it up. Red. Look at that. I'm learning a lot of this as I go, so there is a very real chance that future me will look back at this and say, yeah, that was not the right spacing. Even in the process of editing this video, I realized I probably put these tomatoes and cucumbers and everything way too close. But that's where the learning comes in. I can't wait for next year already, and the potential for extra growth and production. But that's kind of the point of this whole series. This is my first real garden, and I want to actually learn by doing it. Next up was the tomato row. The tomatoes are probably the plants I'm most excited about, but they're also the ones I'm most nervous about. They started growing way earlier than I expected, and some of them were already getting big before I was fully ready for them. So getting them into the bed felt like a big step. It felt like a dad sending off his children to college, which I know one day will be a reality. I planted them along the row with the idea that I'll be able to support them as they grow, keep them manageable, and hopefully get a lot of tomatoes later in the season. I have a wide variety this season, from big red or big juicy to heirloom to cherry tomatoes, especially the orange and the red. I have a variety there. And tucked around this area, I also started adding basil. I love the idea of having basil near the tomatoes. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. But either way, tomatoes and basil just feel like they belong together. Then came the peppers. I had a mix of peppers to get into the ground. And honestly, these were some of the plants I was most worried about early on. It took longer to get going indoors, and for a while I wasn't sure if they were going to do much at all. But they made it, so now they get their spot in the garden. Some of the peppers went into the raised beds, and then I also had the larger 40 by 40 area where I could give more pepper plants some room. This is where the garden started to feel bigger than originally imagined. What started as, maybe I'll build a couple raised beds, has now turned into raised beds, trellises, fencing, and a whole extra growing area. And I'm not mad about it. Once the transplants were in, I moved over to direct sowing. This bed is going to be more of a mixed bed, and I'm going to try a little bit of everything here. I planted spinach, lettuce, carrots, dill, onions, and bunching onions. And I'm sure I still have room for more. Maybe in the processing of this footage I'll remind myself where I put everything, since I didn't evidently label anything day one. This is the part where I really have to trust the process, because planting seeds directly into the soil feels almost fake. You put these tiny little things in the ground, cover them up, water them, and then just hope something happens. With the bigger plants, it feels like progress immediately. With seeds, it feels like you're burying potential. And then you wait. It's still not perfect. There are still a lot of things I need to finish. And the biggest one is the entrance. Right now, the garden has fencing, but it does not really have a proper gate. So in the next episode, I need to build a door, close this thing in, and hopefully make it look like I had a plan from the beginning. But for now, this felt like a big milestone. The garden is officially planted. Now, I just have to keep it alive. See you next episode.